We are back, episode 2 of Mickey's Factz. My name is Mickey Factz. It's Mickey. We're going to talk about track 2 from Heaven's Fallout. This is episode 2. Once again, big shout out to my top tier Patreon supporter, the father 031. Subscribe to my Patreon to be a part of this experience. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Let me know what you guys think of this video once it's done. We're going to give a backstory on this track, a backstory on the production, and also some lyric breakdowns, you know what I'm saying, depending on what I hear and what I like and what I might not like, because this came out 13 years ago. So let's get to it. First off, this was the second track that we recorded for this project. And I remember, I think 88 Keys produced this beat. I think Steve-O gave this beat first to Nakim to rap over. So Nakim is on the track. He wrote to it first. And when I heard his verse, I said, yo, this is dope. So then when we started to work on Heaven's Fallout, after we did Stop Me, we started to work on Heaven's Fallout. But this record, he was like, yo, you should jump on this record too, Mickey. So the first incarnation of this record was only 2 verses. I added a third verse after that. We'll get into that later. I put the record out, and my guy Anthony over at Crush Management at the time, they were managing the Fallout Boys, Gym Class Heroes. They heard this record and they thought it was dope. They brung us in. They was like, yo, we want to manage you. And it was like, all right, we need to make sure that this feels right for us before we step into something like that, right? A week or 2 passed by, and they were like, yo, we want to put you on the official remix with Kanye. And I was like, whoa. So Kanye had to come in and redo his verse. And then Lil Wayne was also on the record. So I wrote my verse in the studio with Travis and Ye. I was officially on the remix. I did not sign with Crush Management, but because I didn't sign with Crush Management, they took me off the record, and everybody else was on there, Tyga, Lupe, etc. I still have the original version of the record, though, somewhere in my email address. I'll play it for you guys one day. We'll see what happens. But yeah, so for this record, we had the 2 verses, and I wrote a third verse after I was taken off of the original remix, the official remix. What we're going to hear is the first 2 verses. Remember, it goes in this order. Second verse was the first one written. First verse was the second one written, and the third verse was the last verse written. Actually, it might have been the 4th verse written. We can do it better than that. So I think that intro comes from me talking directly to 88 Keys, I think. Me and him are great friends, by the way, right now. Shout out to my guy, 88 Keys. It's Mickey. Oh. Yeah, what up, man? Yeah, that was like a light shot. Woo! Rhyme pattern on point. On point. Oh, you like a rash, no cash, homie, just break out. Mind you, this is 07. Arms just hang out, arms race. That was my verse. Quick verse. So this is not Kim's verse right here. Fire. Crazy scheme. Crazy. Rock ice on ice. Crazy. Arm scheme still here. Arm scheme still here. And it just ain't right. How I just ain't right. So like that's where the just came from, because I loved how he did just ain't right. So I had to make something similar to that. So shout out to Nakim for that. That's where that bar came from on my first verse. Yeah, and I was hanging out with Pete Wentz at the time too. Like I hung out with him a couple of times. Definitely was using him as a pawn to get me to sign. And you know, looking back on it, I probably should have did that. It's my third. Woo! Listen, the patterns and the arm scheme, still doing arms and racing at the same time. You know what I'm saying? I'm alive, the rap Johnny 5, short circuit on any dude trying to rhyme. So Johnny 5, Short Circuit from that movie. Life's a magazine, who wanna subscribe? A little complex, who's feeling my vibe? Smooth as any guy, but I think like a boss.
your mind, I'm the king with the sauce.
So that was a magazine scheme. I named all of those magazines at the time. Mind you, this is 2007.
We fall out together, you feel me?
Heaven's Fallout. If not, we fall out together. You think about that, man. Heaven's Fallout, race, fallout. Like, man, I was just layering 13 years ago still, you know. So that's the second track, man. Never Fall Out. And, you know, this is a powerful way to start a project off, right? You got Vietnam, then you got Never Fall Out. Wow. Next track, which, you know, we're going to drop that on Friday, is Talk Your Ish. I can't wait to tell a backstory to that. That might have been the 5th record we recorded on the project. I have a really, really good memory with things like that, and I can't wait to talk to you guys about that record. So, with that being said, like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you thought about this video. If you liked it, please leave a comment. Talk to me. If you hated it, shit, talk to me about that as well. But all love and all support is granted and warranted and wanted. I need all of that love. We're gonna be doing a lot more of these, man. Yes, I'm sticking my finger through my lens because I have lensless glasses. Shout out to Candy Woo for the support and the love. Also, sign up to my Patreon to get these videos early. We will be doing these consistently, constantly, and abundantly. That's what I say to my prayer when I talk to Jesus Christ. Smicky!